That's it. How did it feel to you?
Let me think.
Don't think. Feel. It is like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory.
Extraordinary problems require extraordinary solutions. That's the ultimate boon. And it takes someone extraordinary to wield it. That's why the hero must transform before he can get the boon or use it properly. If you've ever overcome adversity and been rewarded with an opportunity to do something even greater, then you've experienced the ultimate boon. It could be as simple as the first home you bought after years of hard work. Now you can get on with the business of building your family. Maybe you earned an advanced degree after years of personal sacrifice. Now you can start doing the work that will make the world a better place. But it's more than the wealth you accrued or the facts you learned. It's the transformation of character that went along with it. Somewhere along the way, you became something more than you were.
You're buying and you're banging for each of these names.
If you were still working for me, I'd expect you to talk me out of it. It's costing me a fortune.
At one point, yes, the boon was the goal, the thing you were trying to achieve. But ultimately, the boon is just a means to an end. Campbell says, the boon is simply a symbol of life energy stepped down to the requirements of a certain specific case.
The list is an absolute good. The list is life.
This just means that the boon can come in all shapes and sizes.
The Red Ryder 200-shot range model air rifle.
It can be helpful to think of the ultimate boon in two ways. First, think of it as an object, something the hero needs to find, discover, or acquire. It can be a person, a place, a thing, a belief, or an idea. To help keep things clear, we're going to call this object the carrot. But the ultimate boon is also an event whose default position is the 11th stage of the hero's journey. It naturally follows the hero's apotheosis, his eureka moment, because that's the moment the hero learns what he needs to do to get or use the carrot.
Tonight, you have learned the final and greatest truth of the ninja.
The carrot can show up just about anywhere in the story. If it shows up early, then it usually arrives in an incomplete or unusable form.
You can read it. No, I was just clearing my throat.
Something must be done with or to the carrot to turn it into the useful object the hero needs to solve the problem.
Yes, of course.
And those events usually happen during the ultimate boon stage. The carrot can also show up late, or the hero might just fail to get the carrot during the ultimate boon stage. In that case, he'll know that he's failed, but it's also possible for the hero to win the wrong prize and not realize it. Let's start with a textbook case of a successful ultimate boon. In Quest for Fire, a group of prehistoric men is sent to find fire in the wild after their tribe's fire is extinguished. They don't know how to make it themselves, so their only hope is finding it elsewhere. After a series of adventures, they rescue a woman from another tribe, Ika, and one of our three heroes soon discovers that Ika knows how to make fire from scratch. That's his apotheosis, the realization that fire isn't just found and taken, it can be made. As we established in the last chapter on apotheosis, the hero realizes that he's been playing the wrong game, looking to steal fire from the wild or another tribe, and that the real ultimate boon is the friends we made along the way. But in all seriousness, Ika, the fire maker, is a far more valuable carrot than the flame itself. Now let's look at a few different ways the hero can fail during the ultimate boon stage. We'll start with Die Hard, which shows the hero making a play for the carrot during the ultimate boon stage and coming up short. John McClane has accepted that he's on his own, wounded and trapped inside Nakatomi Tower with a band of ruthless thieves. His ordeal has brought him to his lowest point, but then, after recognizing his own shortcomings as a husband, he has a more practical and immediate aha moment.
You just watch your ass and you'll make it out of there, you hear me?
Well, I guess that's up to the man upstairs.
John? John?
He realizes that the lead thief, Hans Gruber, intends to blow up the roof to cover his escape. This leads John upstairs to rescue his wife, Holly, and all the other hostages. But Holly isn't there.
Where's Holly? Where is she?
They took her!
Where?
The vault!
Where is the vault?
The 30th floor! Up the stairs! They just took her!
Hans has taken her deeper into the extraordinary world. So now John has to go in and get her. The Boon has been pulled back like a carrot on a stick. Something similar happens to Sidney Prescott in Scream, but she gets it even worse with a kind of double failure. Sidney is a high school student traumatized by her mother's recent murder at the hands of a lover, and apparently she had many. This has created deep intimacy issues for Sidney. We see her atonement and apotheosis in a scene where she reconciles with her boyfriend, Billy Loomis.
You lost your mom.
Yeah, I know, but you're right. Enough is enough. I can't wallow in the grief process forever, and I can't keep lying to myself about who my mom was.
She's already accused him of being the Ghostface killer, but he's been released from police custody after some circumstantial evidence doesn't pan out. Here, she accepts that she was the problem, recognizes that she was playing the wrong game, living in denial about her mother's past, and makes an attempt to establish real intimacy with her boyfriend. But it seems that Sidney has some lingering doubts, because immediately afterward she starts poking away at his alibi again.
I was just thinking if it were you, it'd be a very clever way to throw me off track. You know, using your one phone call to call me so that I wouldn't think it was you. That's all.
Really?
Watch this next moment closely. You can see Sidney realize that Billy is the killer, only to have her revelation swept aside when Ghostface appears.
What do I have to do to prove to you that I'm not a killer?
Oh my God.
Huh?
Oh my God.
Sidney.
Billy, watch out!
If you've seen the movie, then you know that this is Billy's accomplice, pretending to attack Billy for the express purpose of deceiving Sidney. But wait, wouldn't we categorize a thwarted revelation as a failed apotheosis? Great question. Apotheosis is the revelation of a new way of doing things.
I wonder what would happen if you applied Penrose's theory about black holes to the entire universe.
The Boon, the carrot, is what you get after you put that revelation into practice. And sometimes the carrot is an idea.
A singularity. A space-time singularity. So the universe born from a black hole exploding.
Sidney is willing to look at things in a new light, but the results of that new process are denied to her by the villain's deliberate efforts to deceive her.
Corn syrup.
For Sidney, both boons are stolen from her. First, her knowledge of the killer's identity, and second, her newfound capacity for trust and intimacy. Now let's look at what happens when the ultimate Boon stage goes missing or occurs out of order. The Empire Strikes Back shows how skipping the ultimate Boon stage can come back to bite the hero during a later stage of the journey. In this case, when Luke Skywalker loses his duel with Darth Vader at Cloud City. By the time Luke reaches this stage of the journey, he's already failed 2 prior stages.
Your weapons. You will not need them.
He fails during Atonement with the Father, and he rejects Yoda's efforts to inspire his apotheosis.
I don't believe it. That is why you fail.
But when Luke has a vision of his friends in pain, he assigns himself a new goal, saving his friends from Darth Vader. But the hero can't just put his journey on hold whenever it's convenient.
Only a fully trained Jedi Knight, with the Force as his ally, will conquer Vader and his Emperor.
And so the stages keep advancing around him. To keep things simple, I won't introduce those stages by name. It'll suffice to say that he goes into the final conflict without the Boon, unprepared. Like we saw with Happy Gilmore circling back to Belly of the Whale after being initially skipped, Empire Strikes Back returns to the stages of the journey that our hero has failed, and they return with a vengeance. Instead of getting his ultimate Boon, he gets a far more painful atonement with the Father. And one of the most famous apotheoses in movie history.
No, I am your father.
All that said, it's also true that Luke's choices, which come from a good place, lead him to getting what he really needs to complete his hero's journey across the entire trilogy, the truth about his father. But in The Empire Strikes Back, Luke's original plan was train with Yoda, become a Jedi. But he puts that at risk to rescue his friends, and by the end of this chapter of the story, doesn't accomplish either of his goals. In the long run, he fails forward, but it's a failure nonetheless. Let's wrap up with Jerry Maguire, which shows us what can happen when a hero tries to bring the ultimate Boon back to the ordinary world prematurely. The whirlwind opening sequence shows Jerry, a successful sports agent, becoming disillusioned with the increasingly inhuman nature of his profession.
This is his 4th concussion. Shouldn't somebody get him to stop?
Hey. It would take all 5 Super Trooper VR warriors to stop your dad. Right?
F you.
Who would I become?
In the first few minutes of the story, he goes through most of the first 11 stages of a hero's journey. But the specifics are vague, so they're difficult to evaluate as successes or failures, positive or negative. But even without those details, we can see that he's had some kind of atonement.
I hated myself. No, here's what it was. I hated my place in the world.
Some kind of apotheosis.
And then it happened. It was the oddest, most unexpected thing. I began writing what they call a mission statement.
And this mission statement is the physical form of his revelation, brought down from the mountain like the 10 Commandments. The prologue ends and the main story begins when Jerry delivers his mission statement. The problem is, Jerry hasn't earned it.
Hi, this is Jerry McGuire. Listen, did those manuscripts get... Oh, they did!
The essence of his message is that his profession should be built on genuine human relationships, something Jerry doesn't know how to create in his own life.
Great at friendship, bad at intimacy. I mean, come on, it's the theme of...
That makes him a kind of false prophet. So, as unfair as we think it is for Jerry to be fired for his idealism, it's cosmically correct. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Not really. So, his mission statement becomes the starting point for a hero's journey that's all about learning to practice what he preaches.
I love you. You complete me. And I just had...
Shut up. Just shut up. You had me at hello. You had me at hello.
Once the hero has made his play for the boon, the story takes another major turn. If he doesn't get the boon, then he can't leave the extraordinary world without it. If he does get it, he might not know how to bring it back, or why he should bring it back. Or forces within the extraordinary world want to keep the boon where it is, and so they block the hero's way back. All this unfolds in the 12th stage of the hero's journey, refusal of the return.